What's going on YouTube? There's a bunch of videos and everyone doing the 5 things I hate about my whatever, 5 things I love about my whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the 5 things I hate about this here Scat Pack out of the way. Or I really hate, just things that I wish, you know, they would have changed or made different. Whatever. And we're gonna start on the outside first. Let's go up front. And I clean this car all the time. I've cleaned it at least 3 times this week already. It's only Wednesday. And right down here, I cleaned it yesterday. You can't see, you might be able to see it. These pockets right here in the corner are a pain in the ass to get to. Bugs, dirt, grime, road, whatever the fuck. Always gets stuck up in here, and it's a pain in the ass to clean the fuck out. It's on both sides, of course. So I kind of wish we'd on the Hellcats, it's just an open pocket here. There's no fog lights. It's just an open, like mesh grill type going on right here in the Hellcats. So I kind of wish we'd have got that instead of these little fog lights, or maybe just made these easier to clean, or just not this design. Because lots of stuff get up in there, and it's very fucking hard to get out. Like, there's still stuff in there from the first week that I haven't even been able to get out. I'm gonna have to find another way to clean it. So that's number 1. Number 2 on this 5 things I hate is gonna be this here intake hood. Since it's actually functional, you know. I've never had a car with a functional intake or a functional ram air hood. So as you can see, there's bugs and shit getting all up in there. And I know this is supposed to be a good thing, but this is not a problem that I foresaw coming. Just bugs, just all in the engine bay. Everywhere, just splat, splat. Never had that problem before. Something I'll have to get used to. I love the fucking hood, love the fact that it's functional, but just not a problem that I foresaw coming with the purchase of the vehicle. Definitely not a reason to turn you off, fuck no. Love the damn hood, just not something I saw coming. Didn't think I would be, you know, just eating bugs left and right. Third thing, while we're still on the outside, it's gonna be these garbage ass tires. Now, I picked this car up and it's not clean, so don't judge me. I picked this car up in Tennessee. It was on a lot. All these options and everything you see up there was already on the car. I didn't add or do anything. The car was there. I flew there, picked it up. And these options, these are the summer tires, the summer performance tires, whatever the fuck. And they're like a $395 option. Pretty sure that's what it is. And of course the wheels are too. I really love the wheels. Those are fucking badass, and everyone else loves them. Lots of compliments. But these tires are just horrible. I think the second week we were on a little road trip. It was me and 2 other RT Chargers, and I was in the back. I was in the back of the little pack, and it was a storm going on, but we were determined to get to where the fuck we were going. But me being in the back, I don't know how they didn't have this problem, but I guess their tires are way fucking better than mine. With the tires being so garbage and the horrible reviews these things got, they're just shit in rain. And like I said, it was a storm. I hit a puddle and completely hydroplaned across 3 fucking lanes. Luckily, there was no one else on the road. The 2 guys that I was with were both ahead of me. Both their vehicles were well ahead of me, and the person behind me was far enough back, and they were also following us as well. We're all going to the same place, but they were far enough back, and they saw the whole thing. We laughed about it afterwards. But second week, almost lost my car. Went across 3 lanes. Not cool, Dodge. Like, you gotta step it up. You're gonna get me a $40,000 car. Well, this one's MSRP was $50,000 car, and throw on this garbage excuse of a tire you call here. The Eagle F1s Sport. Garbage. And you see they're already worn down. I've been driving the car like crazy. I got 4,500 miles on it, and these things are gone. Depleted. I moved the back ones to the front, so got a little bit better traction back here in the back. But now I can't. I'm scared to take curves now, and I probably won't be going out in the rain anymore. after the hydroplane incident. That's just a no-go. Moving on to the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up.
System ready. Testing. System ready.
Alright. Thing number 3 or 4. Sorry about that. Can't count. Thing number 4 we're gonna go with would be the collision warning. Like the lane sense. It's pretty cool. Keeps you on your toes whenever you're not paying attention. Keeps you from wandering out of your lane. But when you're, darting in and out of traffic and you're trying to get somewhere, I prefer to keep it off, because you'll be trying to get out of your lane and this will be trying to pull you back into your lane. So I just turn it off most of the time. Still pretty cool to have. But the collision warning, on the other hand, not really a fan of that. Like, I love the fact that it won't let you just run your ass right into someone, but when I'm paying attention and I can see the car clear as day in front of me, don't fucking stop me. Like, that's happened, I want to say 3 or 4 times now, where I would be going, minding my little business, and because the car in front of me is making a turn left or right, doesn't get out of the way fast enough, it would stop me. It would just slam on the fucking brakes and damn near cause a collision because the person behind me isn't expecting me to brake. I didn't do it. The fucking car did it on its own. So I don't, mixed feelings about that. Like, it's cool it doesn't let me do it, but it's also a pain in the ass when I'm actually looking at the road and paying attention and it still makes me brake anyway. So I've just started keeping that off. I don't even travel with it on anymore. And the last thing we're going to talk about is this here sport mode. Now, it tightens the suspension, puts you in a little sport mode and all that other stuff. Whatever. Turns traction control off. However you have your sport mode set up, I don't know. Does all that. But when I'm downshifting or you just cruising around town, I thought I would be using sport mode a lot more, but definitely just save that for when you're trying to get up on it or trying to go fast, do hood rat things with your race car friends or whatever. But if you're just putting around town, don't turn, or I don't do it. I don't like the sport mode being on, because when it's in sport mode, the transmission definitely acts different as it's supposed to. But if you're like cruising, 5, 10, 15, 20 miles an hour and just the car's constantly shifting up and down, it jerks a lot. Seems like it jerks a lot more. It's like a jerking motion going on, and it's I don't know. It's like I'm tapping the brakes or something, how often it jerks, and I don't really like it being in sport mode. But if you're hauling ass, and sure, sport mode, way to go, obviously. But if you're just putting around town, definitely don't even bother keeping that on, unless you just like shaking. I don't know. That's about it. So those are my 5 things, plus the hazard lights, if you want to include that. It's really not too much. I had to struggle to find those things. The tires and fog lights were really the only 2 that stood out most to me. Other than that, I love the car. Everyone around me loves it. I constantly get compliments about it. I'm constantly getting stopped. Is that a Hellcat? No, it's not a Hellcat. It's just a 392. But it's a hell of a fucking deal. Don't let those little 5 things turn you off about the car. I suggest you go test drive one today. I guarantee you bring one home today. Unless you just like driving slow cars or whatever. But yeah, those are my 5 things. Have a good one.